Good morning, students. Welcome back after your unit test. Now, I am here to start the chapter 4 Gender, Religion and Caste of Political Science. You all are familiar with these terms very well, even you have already read about these terms in your previous classes. Before we start the chapter, I want you to get familiar with few new terms to understand this chapter clearly. So let's begin with the new terms. So the first new term on the screen is sexual division of labor, which means a system in which all work inside the home is either done by the women of the family or organized by them through the domestic helpers. Second new term is feminist. A woman or a man who believes in equal rights and opportunities for women and men. Patriarchy. What is the meaning of this? This concept is used to refer to a system that values men more and gives them power over women. Then is family laws. Those laws that deal with family related matters such as marriage, divorce, adoption, inheritance, etc. In our country, different family laws apply to followers of different religions. Then is urbanization, which means shift of people from rural areas to urban areas. Occupational mobility. It is a shift from one occupation to another, usually when a new generation takes up occupations other than those practiced by their ancestors. Then, caste hierarchy. It is a ladder-like formation in which all the caste groups are placed from the highest to the lowest caste. Children, in this chapter, we noted in the previous chapter that the existence of social diversity does not threaten democracy. Political expression of social differences is possible and sometimes quite desirable in a democratic system. In this chapter, we apply these ideas to the practice of democracy in India. We look at three kinds of social differences that can take the form of social divisions in inequalities. These are social differences based on gender, social differences based on religion, social differences based on caste. In each case, we look at the nature of this division in India and how it gets expressed in politics. We also ask whether different expression based on these differences are healthy or otherwise in a democracy. So, let's begin with gender division. This is a form of hierarchical social division seen everywhere, but is rarely recognized in the study of politics. The gender division tends to be understood as natural and unchangeable. However, it is not based on biology but on social expectations and stereotypes. Boys and girls are brought up to believe that the main responsibility of women is housework and bringing up children. There is a sexual division of labor in most families where women do all the household work and men work outside the house. Majority of women do some paid work in addition to domestic labor both in rural and urban areas, but work is not valued and does not get recognition. Women constitute half of the humanity. Their role in public life, especially politics, is minimal in most societies. In our country, women still lag behind men, as ours is still a male dominated patriarchal society. Women face disadvantage, discrimination, and oppression in various ways. Women in different parts of the world organized and agitated for equal rights. There were agitations in different countries for the extension of voting rights to women. More radical women's movements aimed at equality in personal and family life as well. These movements are called feminist movements. Now, further moving on, let's discuss about the different aspects of life where women are discriminated. So, let's start. Life at home. The main responsibility of a woman is believed to be that she should do the housework and bring up children. This is reflected in a sexual division of labor. Women do all the work inside the house, such as cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, tailoring, looking after children, etc. And men do all the work outside home. It is not that men cannot do housework, they simply think that it is for women to attend these jobs. Role in public life and politics. Although women constitute half of the humanity, their role in public life, especially politics, is minimal in most societies. In our country, women still lag behind much behind despite certain improvements since independence. Ours is still a male dominated society. If we talk about the literacy level, the literacy rate among women is only 54% compared to 76% among men. Similarly, a smaller proportion of girl students go for higher studies. If historical data is any indication, girls perform much better as compared to boys. However, in some situations, they are forced to drop out as their parents prefer to spend resources on their sons' education rather than on their daughters'. Not paid properly in public jobs. This is another problem, another discrimination done to women. The proportion of women holding high paid and valued jobs is still very small. On an average, Indian women work 1 hour more than an average man every day. Yet, much of her work is not paid and therefore often not valued. In legislatures in India, the proportion of women in the legislatures is very low. For example, the percentage of elected women members in the Lok Sabha has never reached even 10% of its total strength. Their share even in the state assemblies is less than 5%. In this respect, India is in the bottom group of nations in the